Well, Fiona, good to have a tournament of this scale back in Southland.
Oh, it's great from secondary school point of view. Well, we haven't had it for 7 years, and it's awesome to have it back.
What sort of team numbers have you got today?
76 teams here from right over the South Island, so yeah, it's a big tournament.
And a good representation from the province itself.
About 12 local teams we've got playing in the tournament, so good, yeah.
And Southland team's got a pretty good record, haven't they, in the past?
They have. Well, Verdon dominated this tournament for several years, and I think Girls High have been up there as well, so yeah, we're hoping that one of the local teams will make it this time.
The word is that Girls High is perhaps the strongest at the moment. It comes in cycles, I suppose.
It does, and Girls High have been building up. They got 5th last year, so they do look a stronger team this year, so that's sort of our Southland hope that they will win a title, or the other team likely is Wakatip, who are looking really strong as well.
What about that just shows the changing face of Southland netball with Wakatip putting in strong teams these days? That's where the population is.
Seems to be, and I think that their school's growing in numbers, and they said they've got more girls to select from, so obviously it's coming through with stronger players, better team, yeah, for them.
Where are the main threats coming from traditionally in the tournament?
Canterbury teams actually. I think St Margaret's are looking strong, and the other province is Nelson with Waimea College, so I think they're strong contenders here as well.
So in terms of organisation, plenty of helpers here because it's a huge logistical exercise?
It has been, but we've got a committee that's been organising this since early on in the year, and we've got SIT students here helping and just volunteers, so yeah, we're pretty good. We're pretty well off of volunteers.
I bet the players appreciate all playing on wooden courts.
I think actually it was really interesting seeing a lot of the teams arrive yesterday to warm up. They're blown away by this facility, and I think yeah, they're finding it great, especially as you said, the wooden courts.
Could have played it at Surrey Park today though, such a gorgeous take.
I think they're really glad they're indoors, but I mean even though the weather is really nice here, yeah, they're appreciating the great facility.
Well, Natalie, racking up 60 points, that's a comprehensive win.
Yeah, it was really impressive. I made lots of changes at half-time too, so the changes didn't affect how the team played, so yeah, very happy with that win.
And back-to-back, because you started well this morning as well.
Yeah, we did, and we had a 51-16 win in the first game as well. So we've put the goals in and we've reduced them, but our next game against Wakatipu is going to be our toughest in the pool.
You can finish first or second though, can't you? So you're reasonably comfortable to go through.
Yeah, we are now, but I would like to finish first. I think be a lot happier playing the teams on our side of the pool if we come in first in our pool instead of coming second.
I know you did well last year. It was the 5th in this tournament. How many of the team have stayed on?
We've had quite a few. We've lost 3 players from last year, so brought in a few new ones. Not too many. We've got a young Year 10 player into our team. So the 3 that we lost, I think we've replaced really quite well. So happy with how the combinations are going at the moment.
What sort of strategy do you take into this tournament? Do you go around looking at the other teams during the breaks?
Yeah, we can, and I will be doing that over the next few days. You sort of have a bit of an idea. It's just hard because you're not sure what pool you'll be in, so because you don't see a lot of these teams throughout the season, you need to have a bit of an eye out and see what's going on, so we've done a bit of that.
Is it just me, but Southland girls don't have too many tall players in any of the squads? What about your own?
Yeah, look, we've got a tall goal shooter in Jenna Kane. She's our youngest in the team from Year 10. But yeah, not a lot of height, but we've got some good elevation, so I suppose that makes up for it.
Just looking at the goal shooting, not stats, but just they look to be quite high percentages. They're good.
Yeah, they were. So some of them weren't happy with their first game percentages, but I think that's just the nerves and getting out there. So very impressive stats, and makes my decision very hard on who to start.
What's it like playing at home? I know the kids get excited about an away trip. Is it hard to get them up for this?
No, they're really excited about being at home. I think we've got too much food though and too much baking because their parents just want to make sure we're being well looked after. But no, they're really excited, and I think for our Year 13s, we've got 3 of them. They're really happy to be at home and play in front of their family.
Do you stay together or do you all go home at night?
Yeah, no, we all stay together in a motel, so we're really happy with that. We're at the Balmoral. So
it's a holiday, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and you know, we just want to be the focus about us and not sort of going in and out of camp and things like that. So we're all together, we know what's going on, and keep an eye on any injuries if there are any, and just keep that team unity going.
Do the potential top players stand out at this age group now they've got to sort of late teens?
Yeah, you do see some, and you do see some develop and progress, and some girls have been picked up as training partners in ANZ Championship teams. So it would be nice to see a few more ANZ coaches floating around just to see, you know, the talent that's coming through. And, you know, somebody may not be ready now, but in a couple of years, if they keep an eye on them and watch their progress, you know, there could be some great talent coming through these tournaments.
Especially if they know they're being watched by scouts, it's an extra incentive, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. And, you know, a lot of them have played age group nationals at the beginning of the year, so they've been watched there and they'll be watched here again. So their progress is followed. So, you know, we'll be interested to see what happens towards the end of the week and if we see coaches or the talent scouts out.
Is this a qualification progress for the Nationals by performing here?
Yeah, so the top 5 teams get to go to Nationals, which are in Palmerston North on the 7th of October. So we were there last year for the first time in a long time, so we'd like to back that up again, but we can't get too far ahead of ourselves, and we want to win our pool, so that's our main goal, and yeah, Nationals would be fantastic.
Is it a big step up, Nationals? Obviously North Island got a lot of strong teams. Is it? You do have to adapt?
Yeah, it is a big step up, and I think our girls were blown away a little bit last year, but certainly weren't disgraced and had some big scores, but then we had some close games as well. So just the girls haven't been exposed to a lot of that, but this year we've been fortunate to have the majority of my team in the under-17s or under-19s Southland team. So they've gone away to Nationals, they've played New Zealand, North Island teams, so they know what they're coming up against. So hopefully if we get there, it won't be as daunting for them.
And a good spread in South Island teams, and most of them competitive.
Yeah, they are, and it's really good, you know, and at schoolgirl level it's really hard because there's so many changes that happen throughout the year. So some are going through a rebuilding phase, and some, you know, have got a core year 13 group, but they'll lose them next year.
Now, I know you've coached at various levels. What are the essential changes? Do you ever, I shouldn't say it, but dumb them down, or do you simplify things for this age group?
I probably set them high expectations, you know, because I've coached at that high level, and they rise to that, which is really good. And I think it's good for the girls, you know, to have that opportunity, I suppose, coaching and playing at a high level for them. And I really want them to do well, and I could be a bit harsh on them at times, but because I have high expectations, they do as well. So, you know, it's just great to see them from last year to the next year and how they develop and progress, and the new ones that come into the team, you know, and how things are done a little bit different, and how I work, and, you know, the standards that I like to set. But the girls also set standards and expectations for the team, so they set them quite high, and everyone seems to adhere to them.
And the girls at this stage going through a lot of changes, a lot of physical changes, so growing pains come into it, don't they? Yeah,
look, we do, and we have a lot of girls that, whether at this age or just a year younger, do struggle with that, so we need to keep an eye on that and not overload them too much, because they can have a lot of netball. So, you know, our short ones that are trying to grow, that's what they put it down to, their injuries.
Oh, a terrific start. You must be looking forward to the rest of the tournament if things go as swimmingly as this.
Yeah, look, you know, I've got the goal that I'd like to get to, and so have the girls. But as I said earlier, the first one is to win our pool, and then, you know, we have a tough road after that. But yeah, we've got to get over Wakatipu, and then if we can win that and then win the next pool, we're in for semi-finals, and, you know, that'll be great, and who knows what can happen after that.